Good morning, Sarah. It is nice to see you again.
Good morning, Adam. It is nice to see you too. How are you today?
I am quite well, thank you. It is a bit cold this morning, but I like the fresh air.
Yes, it is a typical British morning, I think. A bit grey, a bit cold, but calm.
Yes, that is true. I had a cup of tea and read the news before I came out.
That sounds lovely. I also had tea this morning. Did you read anything interesting?
Yes, I read an article about climate change. It made me think deeply.
Climate change is everywhere in the news these days. I hear about it often, but I still feel I do not understand everything.
I feel the same sometimes. It can be confusing. Perhaps we can talk about it together.
Yes, that would be very helpful. Let us start with the basics. What is climate change?
In very simple words, climate change means a long-term change in the Earth's weather and temperature.
So it is not about today's weather?
No, not exactly. Weather is what we feel day by day. Climate is the pattern over many years.
I understand. So climate change is when that pattern changes over time?
Yes, exactly. The Earth is becoming warmer over many years. This is called global warming.
Why is the Earth becoming warmer?
The main reason is human activity. People are burning fossil fuels like coal, oil, and gas.
We use those for energy, do we not?
Yes, we use them for electricity, transport, and heating. But when we burn them, they release gases.
What kind of gases?
The most important one is carbon dioxide. There are others too, like methane.
And these gases cause the problem?
Yes, these gases stay in the air and trap heat from the sun. This makes the Earth warmer.
So it is like the Earth is wearing a thick coat.
That is a very good way to explain it. The heat cannot escape easily.
That sounds serious. What problems does this cause?
There are many problems. One is that temperatures are rising. Summers are getting hotter.
Yes, I remember last summer. It was very hot. It felt unusual.
Yes, that is part of climate change. We also see more extreme weather.
What do you mean by extreme weather?
I mean very heavy rain, strong storms, floods, and droughts.
I remember the floods in some parts of the country. It was very sad.
Yes, many people lost their homes. It is a real problem.
What about the ice in the polar regions?
That is another big issue. Ice in places like the Arctic is melting.
Why is that a problem?
When ice melts, sea levels rise. This can flood coastal areas.
So cities near the sea are at risk?
Yes, exactly. Many big cities could be affected.
That is quite frightening.
It is. Climate change also affects animals.
How does it affect them?
Many animals lose their natural homes. Some cannot live in warmer temperatures.
That makes me feel very sad. Animals cannot change their homes easily.
Yes, they depend on their environment.
Adam, do you think people understand how serious this is?
Some people do, but not everyone. That is why it is important to talk about it.
Yes, I agree. So, what can we as individuals do?
There are many small things we can do in our daily lives.
Sometimes I feel small actions are not enough.
I understand that feeling. But small actions from many people can make a big difference.
That gives me hope. Can you give some examples?
Yes, of course. One simple action is to save energy at home.
How can we do that?
We can turn off lights when we leave a room. We can also unplug devices when not in use.
That is very easy to do.
Yes, it is simple but effective.
What about heating?
We can use less heating and wear warm clothes instead.
Yes, a warm jumper can help a lot.
Exactly. Another thing is to use energy-efficient appliances.
That may cost more at first, but it saves energy later.
Yes, and it helps the environment.
What about transport?
Transport is a big source of pollution. Cars produce a lot of carbon dioxide.
So we should drive less?
Yes, we can walk, cycle, or use public transport.
I try to walk when I can. It is also good for health.
That is true. It is good for both you and the planet.
What about food choices?
Food is also important. Producing meat uses a lot of resources.
So eating less meat can help.
Yes, we can eat more vegetables and plant-based food.
I think I can try that. Maybe 1 or 2 days a week.
That is a great start.
What about food waste?
We should try not to waste food. Buy only what we need.
I sometimes throw away food and I feel bad about it.
It happens, but we can improve slowly.
What about recycling?
Recycling is very important. We should recycle paper, plastic, and glass.
We have recycling bins at home. I try to use them properly.
That is excellent.
What about buying new things?
We should try to buy less and choose good quality items.
So we use things for longer.
Yes, that reduces waste.
What about clothes?
Fast fashion creates a lot of waste. Buying fewer clothes helps.
I will try to be more careful with shopping.
That is a good step.
Adam, do you think these actions are enough?
They are important, but we also need action from governments.
Yes, I was thinking about that. What should governments do?
Governments should create strong laws to reduce pollution.
Can you explain that simply?
They can limit how much pollution companies produce.
That sounds important.
Yes, they can also support clean energy, like wind and solar power.
I like the idea of clean energy.
It does not harm the environment as much.
What about transport systems?
Governments should improve public transport.
Yes, better buses and trains would help people use them more.
Also, they should make them cheaper.
That would encourage many people.
Governments can also support electric cars.
I see more electric cars now.
Yes, they are becoming more common.
What about education?
Governments should teach people about climate change.
That would help people understand and act.
Yes, education is very powerful.
Do countries work together on this issue?
Yes, they meet and make agreements to reduce emissions.
Do all countries follow these agreements?
Not always. That is a challenge.
So we need global cooperation.
Yes, because climate change affects the whole world.
I feel both worried and hopeful.
That is a natural feeling.
Why hopeful?
Because more people are becoming aware. More actions are being taken.
That is good to hear.
New technologies are also helping.
We can encourage friends and family to care about the environment.
I will speak to my family this weekend.
That is a great idea.
Thank you for this conversation. I feel I understand climate change better now.
You are very welcome. I am glad we talked.
Let us continue to learn and help where we can.
Yes, together we can make a difference.
Have a lovely day.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Thank you for this thoughtful discussion, Sarah.
Thank you, Adam. It has been a pleasure.
Thank you. And that's where we'll leave it for today. Please do remember to subscribe to our channel, give us a like, and share the podcast with your friends and family. It really does make a tremendous difference, and we're most grateful for your support.